friends, we are starting new topic, new chapter called Financial Setup Overview. So in this chapter, we will see all the setups in the financial overview. So objectives are we will see explain the benefits and key concept of Oracle Functional Setup Manager, and we will use the opt-in feature to enable offerings, functional areas and features, manage setup data, use export and import to set up your data, explain how to migrate data you set up from the test to production. So what is a functional setup manager? So here you can see a diagram that functional setup manager is providing an integrated end-to-end application setup and the administration process. So once initial setup is going on, where a plan is going and it is opting in, and there is a setup and deploy and maintaining. The circle is going on. So initial setup is done and ongoing maintenance is also going. This is a functional setup manager. So here the Oracle functional setup manager facilities initial setup and ongoing maintenance. The functional setup manager guides you through the ongoing steps includes planning, where you identify the offerings you want to implement or evaluate what functional areas and features to opt into and prepare accordingly for their step setup requirements. Opting in, second point is opting in, where you select the offerings, functional areas and features the best fit to your business requirements by enabling them. The third is we will setting up. Use setup a task to enter setup data necessary for your enabled offerings and functional areas. And fourth is deploying. It will move your verified setup data from the test environment to a production environment and deploy it all users to start transaction process. So last is maintenance. Update setup data or opt into configuration of the functional areas and features as necessary for all the role for setup manager. The application implementation consultant job role has full access to perform all functional setup manager related activities. So this is the role where you can perform all the actions of a setup manager. Other users must include the functional setup user role in addition to other roles or privileges needed to perform specific setup activities. For more detailed information about the security requirements for functional setup manager, refer to the security reference for Oracle application Cloud Common Features Guide in all the books for Oracle Cloud page, or you can have the help center, Oracle help center, that is docs.oracle.com. So next we will see is functional setup manager benefits. So in this image you can see the points written in a simpler way. A centralized setup configurable setup data migration, guided process, easy, easier management of setup data, and reporting. So these are central setup. We will see centralized setup. So a single interface for all the Oracle Cloud applications. So second we will see that guided process. The offering task list guide you through the recommend setup task. Configurable lists and opt in approach to functional areas and features that can be configured to your business needs. Easier management of setup data. The build is prerequisite and dependencies eliminate uncertainty and eases the management of setup data. Setup data migration is the export and import process. Move your setup data smoothly between environments. Last is reporting. The comprehensive validation reporting exists to help you to confirm your setup data is valid. So functional setup manager also offers some following points. It is a centralized application configuration and setup experience. Second is flexible process for managing setup. Setup by functional areas for an adopt as you go approach. Implementation projects to manage exception setup situation. Upload functionally to enter setup data in bulk. So key concepts, offerings, functional areas, and features. To navigate, you have to go to my enterprises and then offerings. So offerings functional groupings within Oracle Cloud application representing enterprise business process so that are subscribed and administrated as a unit. Functional areas. Functional modules such as business sub-process within an offerings. And last is features. Optional or alternative business methods and practice applicable to a functional area and depending on the setup requirements for a feature. So you can select if a feature either applies or it does not. And next is selective one's choice to apply to the feature out of the multiple choices. Select many choices to apply to the feature out the multi choice available. So you can see how it works. These three features will you should understand this. Next is review offering and prepare to opt in. So navigation is my enterprises and offerings. Select the offerings you want to implement. View a detailed description of it and check the status to determine if the offering is enabled. And you have to use the opt in feature button to manage opt in configuration. Finally, it is an optional thing where expand the related documents to learn about implementation. requirements. Before using any Oracle Cloud application, so you must opt into relevant offerings and their feature by enabling them. Two functional related offerings are available. Select one or both of them according to your subscription. Financials offering includes Oracle General Ledger and Oracle Subledger accounting application feature, as well as at least one of the subledger financial application. So here Oracle General Ledger and Subledger features are available in financial offerings, and accounting hub offerings. Here Oracle General Ledger and Oracle Subledger accounting application features integrated with an existing enterprise resource planning ERP in any with any ERP system, or you can say third party application to enhance the current reporting and analysis. So select an offering by clicking on the icon to see a detailed description. The current status of the offering is also shown. In the beginning of the offering status, shows not enabled. Use the opt in feature button to opt into the feature that are applicable to your business requirements. If you need to change the opt in configuration of the offering, you have to use the same button. Before you proceed into opt in, expand the related documents section to review details about the implementation requirements of the offerings to help your plan to implementation. Opt into offerings, functional areas and pictures. This is the next topic we will see. Offerings, functional areas and sub-functional areas are shown in the hierarchy. Check enable to opt in. A child cannot be enabled unless the parents is enabled. A non-optional functional area is enabled automatically when the parents is enabled. And last is you can use edit icon to open edit features to opt into related features. Okay, we will continue in another video.